Your Highness, Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Class of 2019 graduation ceremony. We are closing in on the 50th academic year of Bahrain School. Over these years, we have seen many faculty members, as well as members of the student body, come and go. Yet, despite these changes, the ongoing positivity and community support has made Bahrain School the place to be. On behalf of the senior class, we thank you all for being here tonight. My name is Yasmin Al-Rashudi, and I am the senior class president. To every mother and father in the audience, we thank you for the inspiration and drive that you have instilled in us. To every sibling in the audience, we thank you for being our forever friend. And to every teacher in the audience, we thank you for all the lessons you have taught us inside and outside of the classroom. We will always treasure them so dearly. Fellow graduates, bear with me. I know you have all been anxiously awaiting the minute you receive your diploma, the minute you can finally say, I made it. In just a few, we will officially become Bahrain School alumni. Strange as it is to say it, and to hear it, it will be rewarding to say we are high school graduates. We are gathered here on this stage, about to enter the scary world of adulthood. As Generation Z would call it, we are about to start adulting. We have passed through Bahrain School doors hundreds upon hundreds of times, each time gaining more knowledge, be it a literary term or a math formula. The knowledge that we have accrued up to today is our ticket to tomorrow. Right now, we collectively remember the long journey we have taken. Some might say, our personal odysseys. For a moment, let's go back to 2006, where we began our academic journey. In elementary school, we learned the basics. We learned how to speak correctly, read fluently, and write brilliantly. Dr. Seuss was our hero, and we never went a day without hearing, the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. This mindset traveled with us to middle school, where we learned about ourselves and the pressures that came along with being a teenager. It was not the prettiest of times for any of us. Just a few years later, we took our first steps into high school. We walked in tiny, fearful ninth graders and are leaving as slightly taller, still scared 12th graders. We came home relieved when our homework consisted of just a one-pager, as Miss Obermite would say, and we panicked every night before one of Ms. Herrera's math tests. We sat in awe of Miss Mintz's 5-minute monologues, and we attempted to turn them into 10 minutes free from U.S. government. Without a doubt, over the last 4 years, our class has had many obstacles to overcome. We have lost some of our favorite teachers. Mr. Falls, peace be upon him, passed away while we were all in 10th grade. That week, we released balloons in his honor. We will always remember our coach for life. Then, Miss Bird, one of our most respected math teachers, retired last year. Every October, she dyed her hair pink in honor of breast cancer awareness. Recently, she flew far across the globe to lend a helping hand to the IB students with their exams. Miss Berger, our beloved National Honor Society and IB coordinator, was unable to return this year. Her strong, noble self will always be felt roaming the Bahrain School hallways. She will always inspire us. She was one of the most significant figures in our academic careers. And we have had several of our friends leave. Our 9th grade class was quite different compared to the one sitting here on this stage. Nevertheless, we are a family. That was supposed to happen. While sometimes tremendously difficult, through our hard work and determination, we emerge victorious. Our class, our team, has remained powerful and ready to face any and all challenges. Best of all, as a group, we have submerged ourselves into the beauty of new cultures. Through new friends, we've been able to travel vicariously while remaining in the comforting arms of Bahrain. Our school, Bahrain School, has made this tiny island seem big. Class of 2019, today begins the rest of our lives. We will all go our separate ways, and our class will be imprinted on every corner of the world. However, today, June 9th, we have come together as one to commemorate our long days and nights, the IB Kids' very extended essays, the AP exams, and for us all, our high school education. Congratulations, seniors. Right now, nobody else deserves to be sitting on this stage. I have my highest hopes that we will all continue to be successful and learn new lessons on this funny journey that we call life. As Malcolm X wisely said, education is the passport to the future, and tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Thanks, Bahrain School, for our educational passport. And once again, congratulations to us, the class of 2019.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سمو الشيخ عيسى بن سلمان بن حمد آل خليفة، أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، الضيوف الكرام، السلام عليكم. بالإصالة عن نفسي وبالإنابة من زملائي، أرحب بكم في حفلة تخرج للعام 2019. هذا العام يمثل عاما مهما في تاريخ مدرسة البحرين، حيث أنه العام ال50 على تأسيسها لتخدم التعليم كصرح أكاديمي متميز في مملكة البحرين. احتضنت المدرسة على مر السنوات ال50 الماضية العديد من الطلبة والمدرسين، وبدون شك فقد شهدت المدرسة العديد من التطورات والتغييرات الإيجابية خلال مسيرتها الحافلة، إلا أن الدعم المجتمع لما تبذله المدرسة استمر بكل ثبات، مما يؤكد الدور التربوي والعلمي الفعال الذي تلعبه مدرستنا في مملكة البحرين. ولذا فإني أود أن أعرب عن خالص تقديري على حضوركم الكريم والتزامكم الثابت تجاهنا. لكل أم وأب نشكركم على كل ما بذلتموه في غرس القيم الصالحة فينا. لكل إخواننا وأخواتنا نشكركم على دعمكم المستمر. ولكل معلم ومعلمة نشكركم على كل ما قدمتموه من علوم ستكون سلاحنا الفعال لجعل المستقبل مشرقا. زملائي الأعزاء، وفيما نحن ننتظر بلهفة تسلم شهاداتنا، دعوني أعبر عن بعض ما يجول في خاطري في هذه اللحظات السعيدة. بعد قليل سنتسلم شهاداتنا ونصبح دفعة أخرى من خريجي مدرسة البحرين، لنتذكر التجارب التي خضناها والمعارف التي اكتسبناها منذ انتسابنا إلى المرحلة الابتدائية، والتي غرست فينا بذرة العلم لتنمو وتصبح شجرة وارفة الظلال بالمرحلة المتوسطة، وإدراك العالم بمنظور أوسع، لنصل الآن إلى ختام الدراسة الثانوية، وهي مرحلة مهمة وطويلة بدأت مع دخولنا إلى الصف التاسع. اختلجت مشاعرنا ما بين الخوف والأمل، وها نحن نغادر الآن ونحن أكثر إدراكاً وقدرة على مواجهة المستقبل. بالرغم من ذلك فإننا لا ننسى ذلك الارتياح الذي يغمرنا كلما علمنا أن السيدة أوبرمايت لم تطلب منا غير كتابة ملخصاً قصيراً بدلاً من كتابة المقالات المطولة في مادة اللغة الإنجليزية، أو ذلك التوتر المعتاد الذي شعرنا به في الليالي التي سبقت اختبارات الرياضيات للسيدة هريرة. وخلال السنوات الأربع الماضية شهدنا العديد من المواقف الصعبة، من أصعبها لحظة فراق الأستاذ فولز عندما كنا في الصف العاشر. لن ننسى اجتماعنا وكيف أطلقنا معنا البالونات إلى السماء في ذكراه. ولن أنسى لحظة تقاعد مدرسة الرياضيات المحبوبة السيدة بيرد، والتي كانت تصبغ شعرها باللون الوردي بشهر أكتوبر لنشر التوعية عن مرض سرطان الثدي. وبالرغم من تقاعدها ومغادرتها للبلاد، عادت لنا هذا العام لتساعد طلاب وطالبات البكالوريا الدولي في استعداد لاختبار النهائي. ولا ننسى السيدة برجر، والتي كانت المشرفة على برنامج البكالوريا الدولية والبرنامج رعاية الطلبة المتفوقين، فقد كانت بتشجيعها تعد مصدراً إلهاماً للجميع، وسنتذكر دوماً بكل تقدير ما قدمته لنا من جهود. ولا يفوتني بالطبع إلا أن أتذكر بكل مشاعر الحب جميع الطلاب الذين غادروا المدرسة لأسباب مختلفة على مر هذه السنوات، والذين نفتقدهم بحق في هذا الحفل. وفي كل الأحوال فإنني على ثقة بأننا الآن قادرون على مواجهة ما ينتظرنا من تحديات في رحلة الحياة. زملائي في الدفعة 50، اليوم نؤشر لبداية فصل جديد في حياتنا، حيث سنتفرغ في طرق مختلفة لنتابع أحلامنا وطموحاتنا. اليوم 9 يونيو 2019 هو يوم الاحتفال بإتمام مرحلة الثانوية. هنيئا لنا، فنحن نستحق أن نكون على هذا المسرح اليوم لنتذكر سهر الليالي التي قضيناه الدراسة وأداء الواجبات، ولنتذكر باعتزاز تلك التجربة التعليمية الفريدة التي مررنا بها معا. وكلنا ثقة بالمستقبل المشرق الذي ينتظرنا بفرصه العديدة والمتجددة، وبأننا سنواصل سعينا في التطوير والتحصيل للعلوم. يحضرني هنا ما قاله مالكم إكس، أن التعليم هو جواز المرور للتقدم نحو المستقبل، وأن الغد يحوزه من يستعد له منذ اليوم. وختاما أقول شكرا لمدرسة البحرين على تيسير طريقنا نحو المستقبل، وهنيئا لخريجي دفعة 2019، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Your Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Bahrain School Class of 2019. For 50 years, Bahrain School has symbolized the unique collaborative relationship that has been fostered with the government of Bahrain and the U.S. military. We feel honored that our graduation ceremony is under the patronage of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander, and First Deputy Prime Minister, and would like to take this opportunity to thank him. I'm proud to introduce the valedictorian and salutatorian for the graduating class of 2019. These outstanding and well-rounded students embody an impressive breadth of knowledge and pride of personal character. These students have demonstrated a strong dedication to their academics and responsibility to the Bahrain school community, all while remaining committed to their extracurricular activities and outside obligations. This year, I am pleased to announce our valedictorian, Salma Al-Suwaidi, and our salutatorian, Iqwan Muhammad Raji. At this time, we will hear remarks from the salutatorian, who will be followed by the valedictorian. Thank you.
Good evening, Your Highness, parents, family members, friends, faculty, esteemed guests, and graduates. Firstly, I want to congratulate everyone sitting on the stage with me. Class of 2019, we made it. Regardless of how we got here, from cramming 2 years of content in one day or skipping half the school year, we made it, at the culminating moment of what we have been preparing for our whole lives. We spent 12 to 13 years sitting in a desk, receiving papers, packets, and extremely invigorating homework all day, every day, to finally sit on the stage and receive another piece of paper. I would like to extend congratulations to everyone who met every deadline required to be here. I know it's difficult for some of you, but truly it has been an honor to walk the school hallways with all of you for these past few years. While there are some of you that I know better than others, I can say that everyone here has shaped my high school experience and who I've become as a result. From service projects to spirit weeks, this student body has an ability to forge bonds and build camaraderie unlike any other I have seen. We've been through ups and downs together and only grown closer as a result. But we certainly couldn't have done it without the support of parents, teachers, and administration. Of course, as we leave high school and move on to the next step of our lives, we should look back and reflect on all the lessons we have learned. Everything from the quadratic formula and chemical equations to supply and demand ratio and thesis statements. A constant stream of formulas and equations designed for textbook concepts filled with generic problems with predetermined solutions. But what happens when it's not a one-dimensional textbook question? Or when your questions don't have a foreseeable answer? Or even when none of your higher-level teachers return to school? The most important lessons we learned happened in between the bells, in the hallways, the cafeteria, the classroom of an interim teacher. Some of us learned to work together, while some of us learned to self-teach. However, we have all faced varying degrees of adversity to get here today. Shout out to those with minor back injuries from quote-unquote carrying the team. But if there's one lesson we all learned, it's that everyone has their own path to success. I was sitting in the library one day, attempting to start and finish my TOK paper in one lunch session, when a very respectable young man came up to me and said that while I was wasting my time in IB, he already had 2 businesses. Emphasis on 2. Aside from the very minor existential crisis and questioning of my life decisions that ensued, I realized, regardless of academic achievement, we are all masters of our own fate. We all have our own paths into the real world, each of which are equally valuable as the next. After all, we're a class full of scholars, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, and many more. I would also like to thank a few very special individuals who have helped me along this unnecessarily tedious journey known as formal education. Thank you to Ms. Judith Bird for returning to Bahrain School from retirement to teach us math. Without her, I would have failed IB math. Thank you to Mr. Brian Zimmer for his annoyingly witty replies that pushed me to learn the material, all so I could rub it in his face. Thank you to Mr. Brooke Bowers for his unwavering faith in our abilities, despite even after delaying every single test. Thank you to all my friends who have helped me through the adversity of life, whether it be dealing with life problems or finding cringy jokes for morning announcements. There's always something to learn from anyone, regardless of whether they aspire to be a barber or open a clinic in Algeria. Finally, thank you to Ms. Linda Berger, whose constant support brought IB to fruition at Bahrain School. It truly was a blessing and an honor to be with all of you. And now, as we branch off into our own bright and shining futures, we can leave this stage, this school, this chapter of our lives, and can go off confidently knowing that there's a system of support behind us, encouraging us every step of the way, ready to catch us even when we inevitably fall. I am very proud to stand here with all of you, a group of, in the immortal words of Ms. Linda Berger, squirrels turned into scholars. Before I end my salutatory address, I need to give credit where credit is due. Thank you to my extremely literate friend, better known as the phoenix who rose from the ashes, without whom I would have failed English and not have a speech prepared for you today. Thank you to my friends who emailed me to ensure that I was still alive before graduation. Thank you to Ms. Herrera for coordinating graduation and not roasting me too much about submitting my speech this morning. That's all from me today, Bahrain School. Have a great day.
Good evening, Your Highness, distinguished guests, family members, friends, faculty, and graduates. We are all here to celebrate a major milestone in our academic careers, our high school graduation. Graduation has always seemed like something so distant and so far away. It was something that I watched other people do, but never something that I could see myself doing. The fact that we are all about to go our separate ways and start new lives beyond the Bahrain school gates still hasn't sunk in, because I've grown so used to being in the same environment for years on end. If I were to look at the class of 2019 seated behind me, I would see the people who I became friends with in elementary and middle school, and who have stuck with me ever since. I'd see the people with whom I fought over the swings in preschool, and who I moved schools to get away from, but have somehow ended up on the stage with me once again. I'd see the people who I only really got to know this year, but who I now call some of my best friends. And I'd see the girls who taught me how to walk in heels in the dressing room 5 minutes before the ceremony today. I'm not sure if it worked, but I really appreciate the effort, so thank you guys. I would also see the people whom I may not know very well, but who I became used to seeing in the hallways. Regardless of how well I know them, these people have all made Bahrain School feel safe, small, and comforting. They made my time here a happier one that I'm not entirely ready to let go of. They made it feel like home, and home is a funny concept. Home can be a lot of things. It can be your actual house, it can be a person, or even a group of people. Regardless, your home is where you feel comfortable. It's a place for growth. Home is where things feel familiar and where you feel secure. At Bahrain School, I took solace in walking the same hallways and seeing the same faces, and I found comfort in being able to find my friends sitting at the same exact lunch table every single day since elementary school. As people, whether we realize it or not, we often find ways to make unfamiliar places our own. We find the things or the people that comfort us, and we gravitate towards them until we feel perfectly at home once again. This is how we make life manageable, and how we allow ourselves to be comfortable enough to grow as people. And I'd like to think that over the past few years, we already have. We have sought to defy preconceived notions and rewrite our own narratives. We have made great strides in the process that we call finding ourselves, something that I found absolutely ridiculous up until recently, when I look back at my doubtful and perpetually confused middle school self, and I realized how far I've come since then. But to be fair, I think we're all just glad to be able to leave the middle school chapter of our lives far, far, far behind us. Needless to say, it wasn't a fun time for anyone. Anyway, I know that we will leave our mark wherever we go. Whether it's New York or California or Sydney or London, we will make those places our homes. And we will decorate them with the memories that we have made here. And since this speech is an opportunity for me to share highly personal anecdotes, and since I love talking about myself, I want to share some of my most memorable ones with all of you. I will personally miss the times we'd run back to school at the end of lunch to avoid returning after 1:05 p.m. and losing our gold card privileges. The hyperventilating every day was worth it because the gold card was the best thing to ever happen to us as students. I'm also going to miss the very, very last-minute study sessions we had on the ground outside the testing center right before every single IB exam. For some reason, we were absolutely convinced that we could learn 2 years' worth of material in about 3 minutes. And finally, I will never forget our last walk through the halls as seniors, wearing our caps and gowns. I remember trying my absolute best to read every single one of the signs that the elementary school kids had made for us, because of the time and effort that they put into celebrating our achievements. I know that it's scary to leave the place where we made all these memories as we abandon the safety and security of high school and throw ourselves into the real world. That world that we are about to enter seems massive, intimidating, and so fast-paced that we won't know how to catch up. The phrase, "the opportunities are endless," usually has a positive connotation to it. But what happens when the opportunities become too endless? When our goals seem too limitless? What will we do without the comfort that we unknowingly got from the parameters and the deadlines that have been set for us all our lives? The more I thought about these questions, the more anxious I became about the future. However, I've come to realize that none of this has to be a bad thing. It just means that in our new homes, we will grow without limits. We will transcend the boundaries of doubt and injustice and shatter any barriers that stand in the way of our happiness and success. This is something that I've watched us all do throughout the years, and something that I've watched myself do as well. But I couldn't have done it without the people that I've been surrounded by all these years. So to my family, thank you for supporting me through every single phase I've had throughout my life, no matter how ridiculous. From the time I thought I could sing for some reason, and the time I wanted to go to space, all the way up until the present. Without you, I would not be where I am. To my friends, thank you for being there for me through everything, from my One Direction phase in 2012, to being at all of my theater performances. To my IB cohort, you chaotic, wonderful, dysfunctional, amazingly talented group of people. I have never and probably will never meet another group of people like you again. We put the fun in dysfunctional, the fun in fundamentally unprepared, and the fun in the non-refundable fee for the rescoring of our IB exams, which we will only pray that we don't have to worry about this July. Still, we have persevered and triumphed in the face of adversity. To my peers, my teachers, my counselors, and the administration, thank you for making it so easy to call Bahrain School my home. And to the class of 2019, congratulations, we did it.
His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa is the eldest son of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander, and First Deputy Prime Minister. In 2013, His Majesty King Hamad appointed His Highness Sheikh Isa as chairman of the Isa bin Salman Educational Charitable Fund, and in 2014 as deputy chairman of the High Commission for the Rashid Equestrian and Horse Riding Club. In these capacities, His Highness Sheikh Isa provides academic support to Bahraini students, as well as contributes to preserving and advancing the kingdom's equestrian traditions. His Highness Sheikh Isa also represents His Majesty the King and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince at national and international events. His Highness Sheikh Isa graduated from Bahrain School in 2008, later obtaining a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and Economics from the American University in Washington, D.C. in 2012. In 2015, His Highness Sheikh Isa commissioned from the Britannia Royal Naval College, where he received the Captain's Award. It is our great honor to welcome His Highness Sheikh Isa as our commencement speaker tonight.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to begin by thanking Principal Seawright for her generous invitation to celebrate the graduation of the Bahrain School's class of 2019. It's a pleasure to be here today on behalf of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince and Deputy Supreme Commander, First Deputy Premier. As many of you will know, the Kingdom of Bahrain has long put education and investment in people at the heart of the nation's development efforts. The people of Bahrain are the Kingdom's most valuable resource, and today's graduation ceremony is a fitting celebration of that fact. But this occasion also holds special personal significance to me, as some of you may know that His Royal Highness, my father and I, are both graduates of this institution. I know I speak for him when I say that we both look back fondly on our time spent here. This school taught me so many things, but if I had to identify one, it would be an appreciation for commitment. Not just a commitment to hard work, but a shared commitment to one another. I attended the American University in Washington, D.C., and the Britannia Royal Naval College after graduating from the Bahrain School. And I think commitment was the virtue that served me best among my fellow students and officer cadets. Today's graduation takes place on the 50th anniversary of the founding of the Bahrain School. So let us take a moment to reflect on the past as we look to the future. For 50 years, the school has prioritized academic excellence, endowing each graduating class with the tools they need to succeed in an ever-changing world. And as an international institution, the Bahrain School has also sought to bring students of diverse backgrounds together, supporting mutual understanding and creating valuable shared experiences. In this sense, the Bahrain School and the wider kingdom share a common heritage. Bahrain has long been a nexus of the world's creeds and cultures, and historically, one of our greatest strengths has been our diversity of experience. But enough about the past. This is an occasion to celebrate the achievements of this year's graduates and look to the future. Many of you will be busy preparing for the next stage of your academic careers, and rightly so. It is essential that each of us takes full advantage of the opportunities we are given. I am here to tell you that the kingdom will be behind you every step of the way. The Kingdom of Bahrain is acutely aware that education underpins any sustainable modern economy and is committed to supporting young people. Nevertheless, the government's dedication to learning and self-improvement does not stop upon leaving school. Temkeen's 2018-2020 strategy allocates over $250 million in funding to support Bahrainis and businesses through grants and training. And we have also established the $100 million Al-Waha Fund of Funds, which is attracting new capital and fueling the kingdom's startup sector. I believe that both of these initiatives show the importance with which the kingdom views the development of the young people. And for good reason, as Bahrain moves further along the path of sustainable economic development, it will be our youth who lead the way. It is clear to me that a world of well-educated and aspirational people is a world worth working towards. Looking around today, it is heartening to see a room full of such bright, hard-working, and motivated young people. I congratulate each and every one of you for the commitment and perseverance that brought you here on this day of celebration. With the right access to opportunity and support, I am sure that every one of you will achieve great things. I look forward to hearing about them. Thank you very much.
His Highness, Excellencies, distinguished guests, faculty, parents, students, relatives, friends, and most importantly, the members of class of 2019. There are a few statistics that I would like to share with the audience about this class. There are 69 members in the class of 2019, 23 young women and 46 young men. As far as longevity in this community is concerned, 12 students were born in Bahrain, 4 students have attended Bahrain since kindergarten, 3 started in 9th grade, and 4 came for their senior year. As for some of the graduates' future plans, 6 will enlist in the military, 4 plan to attend a 2-year college, and 51 plan to attend a 4-year college. This is an exceptional class. They've earned approximately $400,000 in scholarship money. They will attend colleges and universities across Bahrain, the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Lebanon, the Netherlands, Germany, and Malaysia. While we at Bahrain School are sad to see these students matriculate, we are so proud of their accomplishments and excited for their future successes. Without further ado, would our graduation sponsor, Mrs. Herrera, please come to call out the names and award the diplomas.
It is my great pleasure to introduce the class of 2019. Attending Bentley University to study finance in accordance with pre-law, Zaid Samer Oda. Attending the American University in Paris, Zain Ayoub. Studying business with a marketing major at the City University of London, Rakan Ahmed Nazir. Joining the Rustic Pathways South Pacific Immersion Program, Michaela Preston. Studying finance at George Mason University, Omar Tala Al-Ghassabi. Talal. Sorry. Studying economics at Queen Mary University of London, Kareem Metwali. Studying agricultural science and business at Wentworth University, Abdul Karim Buchiri. Studying engineering at Mount Sac Community College, Nathan Carrillo. Studying international relations with an emphasis on diplomacy at the University of Central Arkansas, Gabriel Thomas Mintz. Studying business at the American University of Beirut, Oliver Aridi Taylor. Studying honors arts and business at the University of Waterloo, Momar Tala Sise. Studying chemical engineering at Ryerson University, Ahmed Hedefa. Studying engineering at Jacksonville University, Ethan Scott Neal. Studying biotechnology at the University of Texas in Bahrain, Thomas Nixon. Studying international business and finance at Oxford Brookes University, Yaqub Ibrahim Alamir. Studying honors life sciences at the University of Waterloo, Waji ul Haq. Joining the Royal Fleet Auxiliary British Merchant Navy, Joseph Parmenter. Studying English and creative writing at Brigham Young University, Samantha Miani. Studying international relations at Rollins College, Caitlin Macarall. Studying criminology at the University of Texas, San Antonio, Chanel Burleson. Attending the Paul Mitchell Beauty School, Kanila Holmes. Studying engineering at Queen Mary University, Carlos Eduardo Barrero. Studying econometrics at University of Tilburg, Nidal Salah Ahmed. Studying international finance and banking at City University of London, Matteo De Rossi. Studying international history and politics at the University of Leeds, United Kingdom, Abdullah Issam Abdulaziz Al-Jassim. Studying business and management at Queen Mary University of London, Abdullah Hisham Yatim. Studying business administration at the University of Southern California, Hassan Aldris. Attending community college in California, Joel Flores. Joining the United States Marine Corps, Christian Andrew David Nelson. Also joining the United States Marine Corps, Colin Ronald Getchell. Attending West Hills College in California, Derek Westendorf. Joining the United States Air Force, Mohammed Okosh. Studying nursing at Midwestern State University, Deborah Gonzalez. Joining the United States Air Force, Casey Irene Harney. Studying business in community college, Jaden Wright. Studying electromechanical engineering technology at the University of Hartford, Afan Shoaib Khan. Studying chemical engineering at the University of Houston, Tawfiq Shadid. Studying mechanical engineering at Heriot Watt University in Malaysia, Faris Ghazali. Studying medicine at Cluj-Napoca University, Abdelhamid Osman. Studying medicine at Okan University in Turkey, Amina Hamani. Studying biology at the University of Manchester, Dima Abdullah Al-Shati. Studying journalism at City University of London, Haley Breitenstein. Studying biology at the University of Sydney, Yamina Tesh. Studying psychology at the University of York, Banavi Yadav. Studying illustration and graphic design at the University of Houston, Victoria, Taylor Ryan Ridling. Joining the United States Navy, Tyler Johnson. Studying international business and finance. Let me say his name, please. Studying international business and finance at City University of London, Mohammed Al-Ghassabi. Studying aviation at Phoenix East Aviation School, Elias Farhan. Studying business at Bentley University, Suleiman Lodi. Studying physics at King's College London, Tariq Ahmed Al-Mokbil. Studying business at the University of Texas and continuing his racing career, Talal Bashara. Studying mechanical engineering at Wentworth Institute of Technology, Talal Ayman Zaidan. Studying neuroscience in accordance with pre-med, Mahmoud Shah at the University of Toronto. Studying economics and business administration at McGill University, Mohammed Farid Bedr. Studying medicine at the Royal College of Surgeons, Ireland, Alia Abdallah. Studying business and management at the University of Applied Sciences, Europe, Mona Suleiman. Studying sociology at San Diego State University, Yasmin Al-Rashidi. Working in Japan for the United States Navy, Eureka Gibbo. Studying business accountancy at the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology, Ashikin Suhairi. Studying entrepreneurship and innovation at Chapman University, Bedr Walid Kanu. Studying business at Northeastern University, Zaid Nazar Al-Sai. Studying entrepreneurship and innovation at Northeastern University, Zaid Ali Kanu. Studying English at Taylor University, Abigail Christine Franklin. Studying art history at Columbia University, Sama Al-Sawaidi. Studying physics at Pennsylvania State University, Ikwan Mohammed Raji. Studying chemical engineering at Heriot-Watt University, Amzar Arifin. Studying international business at the University of North Florida, Lexi Herban. Studying biology at the University of Houston, Christina Carpenter Lopez. Studying accounting at Florida State College at Jacksonville, Derek Lee II. I'd like to take one last opportunity to thank Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa for being here with us tonight to celebrate such a special moment in the lives of the Bahrain class of 2019. Bahrain School Class of 2019. On behalf of the Department of Defense Education Activity and its director, Mr. Thomas Brady, and the Department of Defense Europe area and its director, Dr. Dale McMullen, along with the Europe South District and its superintendent, Dr. Michelle Howard Brahani, I have reviewed and certified your official school transcripts. And now have the honor and privilege to announce that you, as members of the class of 2019, are now graduates of Bahrain Middle High School. Congratulations, graduates.